Hi, it's Mike. Welcome to the video. Now, before we start this video, it can be seen choppy. I'm touching on my face a lot. I apologize, and I was worried about my blood sugar going up, and it was a video. Though I could be critical of my own. So I just thought I'd apologize before the video. And I try to do these realistically. So it's like you're sitting down and you're having a discussion. So let's get right in with our introduction. Hey, good morning. Welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. I wasn't prepared. I thought it was, but I wasn't. But now we are. Okay. Current blood sugar, I bounced up to 9.7. We're definitely going to have to take a correction soon. I don't know why I've been so high all night. Not high, but I've been on the higher. Last couple of days we've been down here. So I don't know what sort of happened. But we'll see. Okay, let's move along. Okay, current blood sugar, not bad. Still in stellar range, let's put it that way. Current time in range is 96%. 4% above. That was 7 yesterday for part of it, so we've come down. 96 in range, awesome. 7.5, still holding good with that average sugar. It's amazing. Now, below 3.9, I was at 0. But today, I sort of want to concentrate on my lows. No, not some new candy, but my low blood sugars. We're going to concentrate on that. So stay tuned and we'll get back and we'll start this exciting adventure. Yeah, right. This channel is provided for informational purposes only. Contact your physician for any diagnostic or treatment plan. Okay. My lows are going to be different than your lows. And the reason for this is because of my labile diabetes. I can have lows at a drop of a hat. So the best way we found to control it is with this little device. And last couple of times when I was in the hospital, away from my traditional hospital, oh, it's broken. Oh, maybe you're not the type that should have an insulin pump. But this is offering so much more. But we can't control your blood sugars right now. So the thought is always trying to get me back onto needles. The only issue is syringes and needles will cause this again. And it's not a good feeling. Sorry, just propping my head up a bit more. There we go. So, what happens when I'm low? Okay. What happens when I'm high? God, I'm thirsty. I'm just so thirsty. What's the difference? The difference is I don't feel lows. I've had such a issue with my body and lows that I no longer feel them. I could be sitting here and talking to you, and if it wasn't for my pump and its readings, you see, I'm going up crazy. So I'm going to stop, take a correction, and we're going to get this under control. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Just did a correction, the blood sugar, 10.5, but that's just telling me it went through. So, who knows? I don't know why I was high last night. My insulin level's coming down. I might not insulin level, but my little guy. Let's take a look. Yeah, I could just refill this today. I don't know. Could be. It's not really liking my sight. I'm just gonna see how it goes. Because I don't want to be overzealous in bringing down highs. That could be negative for me. So, for me, I treat highs same as everyone else. No different whatsoever. For me, I begin to treat a low at 6. And I know there's people out there that are going to say, 6? Why are you treating them at 6? Well, for those of you who are in the States, 6 times 18, the differential, is 108, where the ideal for the Americans is at 70 and when to start training lows. So 108 to 70 or 3.9 and 6 in metric system. Why am I so fragile? Because, as I said earlier, I can drop, and I can drop quickly. I've told stories in the past where my blood sugar level kind of tanked out. I've been at a corner of a busy street. I've been in the middle of a busy street. And I was taken away to the hospital, found in the middle of an intersection. And it was actually a sheriff's officer that got me and helped me. But as diabetics, we need to be safe. A lot of times, they will prescribe pumps. Now that pumps are a lot more accessible. In British Columbia, if your doctor agrees that you need a pump, you can get a new pump every 5 years. So you kind of fly 1 year blind. Well, not blind, but I mean, your pump could break in that year. And I thought, oh yes, I'm fine. And I had shipped my pump here. Not the new one, one previous, and I had to wait a whole year before getting a new one. But this isn't a pump video. They gave me a loaner, okay? But my lows, I could be talking to you all of a sudden. I've been talking to a person, and my lows just caused me to get very drunk. And if I get acting, the traditional, that is an emergency because I'm about ready to pass out. So why do we always have to worry about these things? It's simple. I kind of like my brain. And so life just wants to go on. I bounced back a lot of times from lows, and when I was younger, I used to be pretty quick. Now, if I have a severe low, it takes so long to get over it. The whole day, I could be up, I could be doing things. If I had a severe low the night before, I was up. I used to be up, back at work the next day. Now, if something like that happens, I could not really get up and go to work. Back when I was working for a grocery store chain, I would have a low, and then I'd have to call in sick the next day. Yeah, it's a little scuff there. We'll have to take care of that later. But you need to be aware of what you do. Yes, when I feel sweatiness and my mouth isn't working right and my hand, if I start twitching, I know I'm in severe problems. I haven't had one in a long time, but I used to get, if I dropped really quickly, I would get a migraine headache. My hand would go numb and I'd be sick. I would get 3 times of being sick. 8 hours later, I was fine. Next day, I slept a lot. I didn't really want to eat either. I can remember having a migraine at work and taking a cab home. Nothing else happened, but I kept lying down, and the guy, I just swear, thought I was drunk. But I made it home, made it upstairs, laid down, and I swear I had slept. And I guess my body, that was enough to send out the sugar forces, because I was high. I've had issues with going to the hospital with a low, and they want you to take your pump off and, we'll leave you and then you could go home, but they have to arrange the way to get me home because of my complications. And I end up going high. I can remember ambulance drivers coming to pick me up, and I was so sick, feeling so nauseous. When I got home, I gave insulin. And I may have gave a bit too much, but I was lucky and I settled right down. It's amazing how quickly, if you get your blood sugar and get on that curve down, how quickly things start to change and you start feeling better. And so be aware that you need to know when you're going low. You need to learn what your symptoms are. For years, when I was first diagnosed, it was my mouth. I would get tingling in my whole mouth area. Then I went to getting tingling in my hand. You know, the kind of, if you sleep on your arm or whatever, that kind of tingling, but it wouldn't go away. Like I tried. I ended up getting double vision, and it was all related to the low blood sugars. So what do you need to do? You need to ensure that you keep yourself in a normal range, what you and your doctor decide. Yes, you can, 3 to 10 is ideal, but some people like me, want to treat lows starting at 6. Don't be, I know everything about diabetes when you meet someone like this, because everyone's insulin is different, everyone's needs are different. And just because it's not the way you treat it doesn't mean that it's wrong. The only thing wrong is if you're sitting around 15, 16 all day. Can't be all right. So let's see where I'm at now. I'm sitting at 11.2. I don't know why, but I just gave myself half a unit. At this point, I want to do anything to try to bring me down. But I just did what probably the pump was going to be doing for me anyway. It's not going to let you give you too much insulin, because having lows can be detrimental to your health, to your mind, to your body. So treat your lows quickly and efficiently. Find out what works for you. I'm going to end up with a story while I'm just here. Back when I was having issues in the hospital, they gave me a block radius around the hospital where I could leave the hospital and go do what I wanted to do. There was a grocery store within the block. So I would go into the grocery store, and they had 710 milliliter bottles of Coke, and I had talked to my doctor saying Coke worked the best, and they said, well, maybe we should get you some. Okay. So I went and got it, came and put it on my bed table, since I was in the hospital, so everyone could see it. Anyway, a nurse at the far end of the ward saw my Coke sitting on the bedside table. She came across the room and said, "You can't have that. You're a diabetic. You can't have that." And later, I now know this nurse. She's done awesome. But it was just funny at the time. And the doctor came in and I was low, so he said, "Here, have your Coke." And I drank it. End of story. We joke about that the whole time. But she did what she was thought was correct. So you may have all this knowledge being a diabetic, but don't criticize other people's choices of their diabetes care unless they've asked you. We just did the whole ethics video. But Milo's, I just need food quickly. And the only reason I can really tell is by this device or a finger poke. Otherwise, I'm just moving it right along. We're going to call it a time here. Have a great day, and we'll be back tomorrow. Bye. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.